Welcome to this festive edition of Stories Untold. It is indeed the season to be jolly, and I am your host, Pule Molebati. Thank you for being here. Today, as we tell the story of Florence Khoza, who started an organization to restore dignity amongst young men and women, we'll also look at what Stories Untold has done in order to give back to the community. 2020 has indeed been the most challenging year thus far. The word social distancing has indeed been a word that has kept us in our own little circles and our own little worlds. But what have we done to reach out to those who are less fortunate? Today we follow the story of Florence Khoza and her organization titled Bras and Panties. And later on the show, we'll look at the work that Stories Untold has done to reach out to those who are less fortunate. But right now, let's begin right here.
It's not a seasonal thing. People are in need. We don't only eat in December. We eat, so I take it as that. A person eats every day. It means there's a need every single day.
Florence Khoza was born and bred in the meandering mountains of Mpumalanga. Having been moved around much in her life, her experiences as a child took away her self-confidence.
Growing up was, it was challenging. I think that is why I'm very attached to making a difference, because I grew up as a very angry child. I grew up with abuse and very bitter. You know, my childhood was, it was taken away from me, rather, let me say that. My experiences growing up was not all roses, you know, so I had to learn to be tough, and finding myself was hard, and I had to do that through Christianity. And then that happened when I was 18, 19, where I really had to deal with the anger and the bitterness and the confidence. I didn't have confidence at all.
As a young girl, Florence dealt with rejection.
People see me as this person when I'm speaking to people, while when I go to my room, I cry and nobody knows. And that's how I realized that I have issues, like deep issues inside that I had to deal with. And forgiveness was the hardest. But he introduced me to people that would speak to me, the other women that would speak to me and explain the journey of how to forgive myself, how to forgive others, and how to gain confidence again and believe that I can be something in life. Because honestly, I thought I would not amount to anything, and that's what I actually heard, that you won't amount to anything. Dealing with what I was feeling inside happened later in my life.
Her fate took a 360 turnaround, and she saw the power from within.
Then I believed in myself and started looking for a job and working, and little did I know that it will unleash the beast in me in following my passion. I got a job at a financial institution, a bank, and that's how I kind of knew that, here, Flo, you're actually smart, even though you don't have any qualification, you know. To date, my qualification is, the highest qualification is metric, but I could do things that people with degrees would do. I worked there for 10 years, but I'm glad for the experience, because that's what I'm using now for my business. So I worked with few TV personalities, where I would help them with their events and all of that. Then another onion peel happened, that actually I love the media space, you know. Then started doing the PR, the marketing, started proofreading the scripts and all of that. And then actually 5 years in the bank, I thought, okay, listen, I need to pursue this, but I don't want to be dumb about it. So I started making a plan. Okay, let's do this. Close all the debts that you have, and pay off your car, pay off the house, then jump the ship. then 10 years later, that's exactly what I did.
She made sure she took a journey of finding young girls to mentor.
There's a saying that when you're broken, you attract broken people. And that happened to me throughout my life. I would attract a lot of girls that are broken. And at that time, they did not know what I went through until I spoke to them. And a lot of them were kids that were raped, that were abused at home, that did not have parents around. And the challenges were me finding myself in them and having to change and reflect back to what I'm dealing with. They would see it as I'm helping them, but they didn't know that I was helping myself in the process. The greatest challenge was convincing them that it's gonna be okay while not believing in my heart that I don't know how it's gonna be okay, but I'm just gonna tell you that it's gonna work out at some point, you know. And it's a relief to other girls now. They are married, they went to school, they have degrees, they are successful. That broken child, when they were 10, 11, today they come back and say, you said this and that to me a couple of years ago, and this is what I took. And that is the healing moment to me.
Her faith, and fire to be a better example to other young girls is continuously spreading healing.
Welcome back. This is indeed Stories Untold's festive edition of the show. Today we tell the story of Florence Khoza, who is fondly known as Floja to her loved ones. Today we continue her story of why she started her organization Panties and Bras, when it was an attempt for her to restore dignity to young men and women. This comes from a personal experience that she once went in. When you do good, you attract those who are on the same path as you. Let's see who's also rooting for her and is making it possible for her to do this good deed.
Florence Khoza, with only a grade 12 qualification and having been through abject poverty, has started an initiative that empowers young girls with hygiene health.
With my initiative is actually Floja Foundation. I started Panties and Bras because this is something that I've done from years ago. The only thing is, as I put on the bigger scale in 2018. But just to go a little bit back, so I used to help orphanage homes in Atteridgeville. So I had 2 of them. I would get sponsors, I would get people to help out, give donations and all of that. And I would usually take the girls out for picnic or whatever from the orphanage home, or bring the graduates to help them with their studies and get food for them and all of that. One day I took the girls, we went to a park. Before we left the orphanage home, one girl told me that she won't be able to come with us. And I was like, why? And she said, no, I'm on my periods. Like, oh, no problem. I just brought boxes of pads and all of that. And she said, no, I actually messed my underwear. And I'm like, okay, go change. You know, and she said, no, I only have this one. And that was a moment for me. Bringing clothes, bringing food, bringing pads, I never realized that underwear is such a big thing. I called all the girls, there were 25. I called all the girls and asked them to show me their underwear. And in the 25, they only owned 11. So meaning others would go without the underwear, giving a chance to the ones that are on their periods to use the underwear. So they would use the same underwear.
Encountering the same issues amongst teenage girls prompted Florence to get more stakeholders involved.
And there was a moment, a big moment for me that changed. And I started the Panties and Bras campaign, but I would just speak to friends to donate new underwear. So every month they will go and buy. Then I give to the kids. Then I moved to the other orphanage home, and it was the same problem, you know. And then I started helping different girls with underwear. At school, they wouldn't participate in sports because they don't have supporting bras, you know. So it's hard when you have, and then you have to run and you don't, you know, you don't have a supporting bra. Then I called it Panties and Bras, you know. And then fast forward 2018. I approached schools, and they were like, listen, we have a huge problem here in school, so please. Then it went big, and we went on social media. People loved it. The media caught on it. We do a couple of interviews for that, and last year alone we held about 3,000 kids. And they say because of Corona, we didn't really do much, but individually we're still sending things to the girls. So we do it every month, the whole year. So we don't stop. We still have other organizations that are reaching out and say, listen, I have 20 kids and we don't have underwear. Can you donate?
Her programs vary, and her health education runs throughout the country.
Apart from giving them these items, we offer a mentorship program. So we have professionals who volunteer their time to go to the schools and mentor the kids. You know, we also worked with an organization that helped with mentors. So that's where the education comes in about hygiene, you know, it's wrong, number one, to change underwears, and we tell them why it's wrong, you know, so we make sure that when we tell you it's wrong, we provide solutions to that. We do that, and we work with another organization as well that deals with, you know, the womb, you know, to explain all of that. In Nelspruit, we have 150 kids that we're going to help December now. So I also work with the Department of Education. So I go to the schools and tell them what we do. And so what they do is they have a list of kids that come from disadvantaged backgrounds, and those are the kids they give to us. So they will prepare a list of the kids, and they will give us sizes and all of that, and then we take the list and we see what we have as Flojo Foundation, and then we start buying those things.
For a bigger reach, Flojo Foundation reaches out to outskirts schools.
A reason why I went to schools is I think we can reach more kids than just an orphanage home. So connecting with the department was really helpful for us, because they have those lists. You know, they will tell you where the need is, and that's exactly where we go. And need is there every day. It doesn't happen. It's not a seasonal thing. And dealing with girls every day helps me to realize that it's not a seasonal thing. People are in need. We don't only eat in December. We eat. So I take it as that a person eats every day. It means there's a need every single day.
We are fast approaching the end of the show, and we will not leave you without reminding you about the importance of caring and giving to those that are less fortunate. After all, it is the season to do so. Right now, we look at what Stories Untold has done throughout the year in terms of giving to those who are less fortunate. If you are a fan of the show, you would remember earlier on in the year, actually at around level 4 of the lockdown, Stories Untold team went out to an informal settlement to give the necessities to those that needed it the most. We'll also remind you of the precious time that one of our SABC employees went out to support artists. Let's have a look.
Herbert Mamela is a video journalist who has traveled and covered some tragic world disasters. His experience behind the lens has not only skilled him more on his job, but also has taught him compassion, care, and some consideration for others. With everyone being affected by this world pandemic, South African artists are no exception. Most production houses are on a halt, and there's no means of survival for our beloved entertainers. Herbert saw a gap and immediately soothed it.
This so-called initiative started with one SMS. It was a WhatsApp message that I sent to a group, a showbiz group, saying if there's anyone who needs assistance, they can contact me. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. The message started spreading to freelancers, musicians, all the artists, crew, studio crew, like it started spreading around the industry, broadcast, TV, film, and everyone. So I looked at the amount of messages, then I realized how the struggle was. Then I started asking for more help from people. This project started small. It didn't start as a project anyway. I was trying to assist those in need around this time of COVID-19, especially lockdown. Because when you think about it, most freelancers can't go out to hustle. They can't make any living. Even those who were working before. You can imagine, for an example, we have people from sport, let me just say sport channels. Those people haven't been getting paid for almost 3 months now. So you can imagine the strain or the pressure they have. Others have families and they have no income, totally no income. So I thought, as someone who has freelanced before, let me see what I can do from my pocket.
From just trying to calm what he thought was a small wave to realizing that it's a storm.
When I started, it was 2.5 kg. You would have your rice, your maize meal, your basic like tea, sugar, milk, bread, your margarine. It had almost everything you'd need for maybe to last you for 2 weeks. And then gift of the givers came on board. And then we had things like your 10 kg, it got bigger. Your 10 kg rice, maize meal, it's almost the same thing, but then it came at a bigger scale.
One artist that came across Herbert's blessings is Tembile Magdalene Zungu.
uHerbert ngihlangane naye ku WhatsApp, so sayenza ile nto wangitshela ukuthi provide ama-food parcels. So nami I was so interested because vele I don't have money, I don't have income. So ngahlangana naye ke waza wanginceda kakhulu ngoba unginikeze ama-food parcels esikhathini esinzima sale corona, ngingenakudla, ngingenalutho. Ungincedile kakhulu ngoba nginabantwana ngapha, yonke into yami ivalelekile, angikhona ukumuva, angikhona ukwenzani. Siphila ngasho since wazi kule corona akufanele ube nabantu usondele ebantwini, and thina most of the time kuba ama shows yabona. So canceleke nezinto eziningi nje ezikhanselekile nase town ngoba sacula nase town kuma night club, so we can't. Izinto eziningi nje njoba beqala nje futhi ku 2020 nje hayi simoshakalele thina.
More people WhatsApped asking for food. One of Herbert's beneficiaries saw posts that Herbert was getting busy. Ayanda Manele offered with his manpower. He took us back to where his story started when he came to Johannesburg pursuing for his dream of becoming a director of photography. And this is where it all started for him.
Well, it started 19 years ago. I started broadcasting in television adverts, and then I got gigs freelancing. That's where it all started. I've got gigs freelancing as a cameraman, and then and years went by, and then to DPing and since the lockdown, it's been tough. It's been tough finding work. I came here when I think the 28th of February, yeah. And then we were to do a 13 episode documentary, and then two weeks in, we had to stop shooting because the corona came up and all of that.
And on that giving edition of Stories Untold, would like to encourage you to get out there and do the best that you can. After all, it's not about what you can do, but it's about how you can change someone else's life. Thank you so much for watching our show. If you missed any of our show, you can go on YouTube at Stories Untold SABC. Also, let us know what you are doing this festive season. How are you changing those who are less fortunate lives? Would like to hear from you using the hashtag Stories Untold SABC. From myself, Mulebati, and the rest of the team. Goodbye.